and welcome back to Anne's Family Recipe. Today I'm pulling out my smoker and making two versions of a smoked veal chop. Today's video is in partnership with Veal Discover Delicious, which is funded by Beef Farmers and Ranchers and the New York Beef Council. I love cooking with veal because it has a very mild flavor, so I can experiment with all different kinds of seasonings and spices. My husband actually received a whole set of different spice mixtures for Christmas time, so I'm really excited to dive into those today. He is helping me by pulling out our kettle style grill, which we also use as a smoker. It's summertime and I thought smoking would be the perfect application for these beautiful veal chops that Veal Discover Delicious sent to me. If you are interested in cooking with veal, you can oftentimes find it at your local grocery store next to the lamb or other specialty meats. But if you can't find it there, you can go to veal.org/shop/online to choose the veal retailer of your choice. You can order it online and have it shipped directly to you. If you are new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. Now let's get smoking. I started with a paper towel and patting dry my bone-in veal chops. Then I got to work on seasoning these up. So first was a barbecue seasoning blend that I really wanted to try out. It includes salt, sugar, black pepper, paprika, nutmeg, sage, cayenne, and crushed red pepper. So there was a little kick there. And then I also wanted to do a seasoning blend inspired by something I saw on the veal.org website. They have lots of great recipes there that you can peruse. And this one had a little bit of rosemary and garlic powder and salt and pepper. I thought that would be a nice summery flavor combination. For the barbecue spice rub, I just sprinkled it on both sides of the veal chops and patted it in with my fingers. For the rosemary-based rub, I did drizzle a little bit of extra virgin olive oil on top of the meat first, just so that the larger pieces in the rub would stick better. And again, I pressed that in. And then I covered this with plastic wrap and popped it into the fridge for a couple of hours so the veal chops could marinate in these seasonings. So while the veal was resting in the fridge, my husband helped me prepare the kettle grill.
I'm making a charcoal snake, so it's going to be like a fuse method. So once I drop the other charcoal near the front of this, it'll catch the other ones and slowly light them. As I also put hickory on top of this, so as the charcoal lights, the wood will ignite and give a smoke flavor. Since we're only doing like a 2-hour smoke, I don't need to put that much charcoal on it, and plus it's a hot base. You want the vent over top of the meat so the smoke goes over the meat before it leaves the grill, because if you put it right here where it's over the charcoal, you won't get any smoke. So I control the vent. Right now the air intake on the bottom is fully open, but once it gets to the desired temperature, which I'm looking for around 225 degrees, I'll either move it to half closed or quarter closed or quarter open, and then it should maintain the heat that I want for the rest of the cooking.
We ended up smoking the veal chops for a little over an hour. The grill temperature was 225 degrees Fahrenheit, and the internal temperature of the veal chops was around 135 degrees Fahrenheit. So we removed those from the grill and allowed them to rest, and then to finish them off, I seared them in my cast iron skillet. I drizzled a couple tablespoons of avocado oil into my preheated cast iron skillet. So this was over about medium to medium high heat, and avocado oil has a high smoke point, so it won't get really smoky when I'm searing these veal chops at a high temperature. So I just did 1 to 2 minutes per side. I wanted to develop a nice golden crust. You can see especially those barbecue ones look absolutely gorgeous. And as these rested, I was looking for an internal temperature of about 145 degrees Fahrenheit. So these turned out perfectly. Next, I cut the meat off of the bone and sliced it thinly. This veal chop had the most wonderful velvety texture. It was so tender. You can see that pink line around the edge of the veal. That is the smoke ring from being on the smoker, and then you just pull it apart. It was fabulous and juicy and just decadent. I loved this so much. You could definitely cook your veal a little bit longer than I did. I was going for medium rare, but 160 degrees Fahrenheit would be medium, and just the perfect temperature to aim for where you know you're not going to overcook your veal. Now, I also added a little fresh lemon juice to the garlic and rosemary veal chop just to brighten up the flavor a little bit. This veal is so incredible. It is really tender, just melts in your mouth, and it's a nice neutral flavored meat, so it takes on that seasoning that I tried on it, both the barbecue and then the garlic and rosemary. Probably the best veal I've ever had. It is just so tender and flavorful. Amazing. So I have a bonus recipe for you today. Our smoker was already going, the veal chops were done, but we still had a couple more hours until the coals died down, so I decided to make an appetizer to eat with our dinner. So this is a smoked brick of cream cheese with barbecue seasoning. I sprayed a little bit of nonstick baking spray onto some aluminum foil, and then I coated the outside of a brick of cream cheese with a barbecue spice rub. And this one was a little bit sweeter. It was a brown sugar and garlic rub, and I put it on all the sides, and then I did a little crosshatch pattern on the top. You don't have to do this, it just makes it look really pretty, and also it helps the smoke permeate into the cream cheese a little bit better. We smoked this for about an hour, and it is so good. I hate to say it, but we ate the entire brick of cream cheese that night. It has the most wonderful creamy texture. I put it on some thin wheat crackers. It's delicious by itself with that barbecue seasoning. It would also be great with a little bit of peach or apricot jam. You know how you make a brick of cream cheese with a hot pepper jelly? Same idea, but you could mix up the flavors for a more summery approach. As a side dish for my smoked veal chops, I boiled some fresh ears of corn. It only takes about 4 minutes for them to be perfectly cooked. The barbecue veal chops would go so well with baked beans, the ears of corn, any kind of classic barbecue summer side dish. For the rosemary and garlic veal chop, I placed the slices over some arugula that I dressed with fresh lemon juice, extra virgin olive oil, salt, and pepper. It was light and delicious. The sky is the limit with how you season these smoked bone-in veal chops, but they make the perfect summer meal. Thank you so much to Veal Discover Delicious, funded by Beef Farmers and Ranchers and the New York Beef Council, for partnering with me today. This veal was absolutely delicious, and I hope that you give it a try. Thank you so much for joining me here in my kitchen, and I'll see you again soon.